Venerable Cardinal Francis Xavier Nguyen Van Thuan.
The Vatican has united two foundations into a single new foundation named for Venerable Francis Xavier Nguyen Van Thuan, a Vietnamese cardinal known for his spiritual reflections on hope, written during and following 13 years of confinement in a communist prison. The Van Thuan Foundation replaces the Good Samaritan and Justice and Peace Foundations, according to a July 25, 2023 rescript issued by Cardinal Michael Czerny, prefect of the Dicastery for Promoting Integral Human Development, with the permission of Pope Francis. Venerable Cardinal Francis Xavier Nguyen Van Thuan was born in Vietnam in 1928. In 1967, he became Bishop of Nha Trang. He was appointed Coadjutor Archbishop of Saigon in April 1975, just 6 days before the city fell to the North Vietnamese Army. He was arrested and spent 13 years in a Vietnamese communist re-education camp. During his imprisonment, which included 9 years in solitary confinement, he smuggled out handwritten messages to be circulated among the Catholic community. Van Thuan's messages from prison were printed as the book The Road of Hope, a Gospel from Prison in 2013. The prayers he wrote during that time were also later published as Prayers of Hope. Van Thuan was not allowed to have any religious items in prison, but he was able to craft a small crucifix after guards smuggled him a piece of wood and some wire. After he was released in 1988, the bishop spent 3 years under house arrest before he was permitted to visit Rome in 1991. He was not permitted to return to Vietnam, however, and was effectively exiled for the rest of his life.
He resigned as Saigon's coadjutor archbishop in 1994, when he was appointed vice president of the Pontifical Council for Justice and Peace. He became the council's president in 1998. In 2000, Van Thuan was asked to preach the spiritual exercises for Pope John Paul II and the Roman Curia. He died of cancer in Rome on September 16, 2002, at the age of 74. Van Thuan's cause for beatification was opened in 2007, and he was named Venerable by Pope Francis in 2017.
He was a descendant of the Vietnamese martyrs, the heir of a spiritual and political legacy, and he would become a modern-day martyr and prophet of hope.
He left a legacy. He always said, be faithful to the church, embrace the world with the ardor of your love.
One of the reasons why the communists hated him is because he was such a charismatic and gifted leader.
He lived a very extreme situation. He was not only 13 years in the prison, but 9 years completely isolated in a small cell.
But it was in the darkness of his cell that Cardinal Francis Xavier Nguyen Van Thuan discovered the light of his faith.
Có một số bạn hỏi tôi, sức mạnh của cha để chịu đựng là gì? Sức mạnh để giúp tôi chịu đựng là phép thánh thể.
Thuan was saying Mass with a few drops of wine and a very, very small piece of bread.
He said that there is no more identity, and it is in those kind of times when he took refuge in the Eucharist, and they were for him the most beautiful masses of his life.
A patriot in a country torn apart by war, the nephew of an assassinated president he loved, a bishop cut off from his faithful. Francis Nguyen Van Thuan discovered that even when everything crumbles around us, and perhaps even within us, Christ remains our unfailing support. Salt and Light Television is proud to present an inspirational new film, Road of Hope, the spiritual journey of Cardinal Nguyen Van Thuan,